4:30 in the morning, and we are going to buy a Lincoln, I hope. A U-Haul wasn't my first choice, but there were no rental cars available. And I really wanted to be able to drive the Lincoln back. So I didn't really have any other options, and I just decided to rent the smallest U-Haul possible. Now the problem is with the smallest U-Haul possible, there is no recline in these seats. So sitting straight up and down for 4 hours with no cruise control, I'm a little old for that. My back's not gonna love it, but we're gonna try to make it work the best we can. The problem being is if I get up here and we don't buy the car, I'm supposed to return this to South Carolina. I don't really know what happens if I just take it back to where I got it and just drive it back and I go way over the mileage on it. Hopefully we won't have to find out. I've got Jesse here with me. Say hey, Jesse. We got up early this morning. We're making good time so far. Hopefully we'll be there in about 3.5 more hours. Everything going smooth so far. We're probably gonna have to stop for gas. Lord have mercy, this thing gets terrible fuel mileage. So that's a little unexpected how often we may have to stop to fill this beast up, but everything's going smooth so far, and let's hope it stays that way. So we are about halfway through the drive, and it's my knee. I thought my back would be the thing that would be a problem, but it is not. There's just no room in this cab. You cannot slide the seat far enough back to get a decent angle. So my knee's killing me, but overall we're holding up, we're making good time, and it looks like we're gonna be there sometime before lunch, as expected. Well, it took us closer to 6 hours getting here. We sat in traffic for about 30 minutes and our very inefficient break, but we are here. All right, so we have bought the Lincoln Continental. Now, it's not perfect. The car needs some work. As you probably can hear, this window seal is completely shot over here, so we've got a lot of wind noise. There's definitely some rust underneath the vinyl top, so we're gonna have to replace the vinyl top. The front is sitting a little lower than the rear for some reason or another. The doors have been off the car, which I don't understand why you take the doors off on an original car, but they definitely need to be realigned again. There's some switches on the interior that don't work. The power antenna doesn't go up and down. So lots of little small problems. The person we bought it from obviously buffed this paint because it is smooth as glass. But in some of the areas, some of the ridges and lines on the car, they actually burn through the paint. That's gonna be tough to fix without actually putting some spraying some paint actually on it. So we'll see if we get those things fixed or if we don't. But man, does she ride like a freaking dream. This is the most comfortable car I've ever been in. The seat is super comfy. You have 1,000 ways to adjust this thing. The suspension is super soft. The steering wheel's not super responsive, that's for sure. Like, you can move the wheel a good ways without moving the car, but really easy to drive, great power steering. It just floats down the road. So we have got about a 350 mile journey home. We have started that journey, so here we go. She made the trip just fine. For a 50-year-old car, I don't know if there's much more you could ask for. If she were any better, she'd be a museum piece and I'd be afraid to drive her. But this was 350 or so miles with traffic. Got stuck in Atlanta traffic for a half an hour or so. No overheating, no issues whatsoever. This car was meant for the highway. Now, she's not perfect. She's a little dirty right now. You can see we got a little bugs on her from the trip and obviously a little dust on the windshield there. She's got a few little dings and things here and there. A few problems with the vinyl top, as you always see in these cars. There's a little dent right there in the lid. And then we've got a little rust back here underneath the vinyl, the original vinyl top. Windows are having some problems rolling up and down and sealing like they're supposed to, but if you roll the windows down, it's about as good as it can get. So we're trying to get it to where it's an equally as good experience when you roll the windows up. So I've ordered some switches and some weather stripping and different things to take her up a few notches. But this is an absolute beautiful, beautiful example of a 1972 Lincoln Continental. She's got a FM radio, got the hubcaps. We have a power antenna right here. You could see one of those little problems. You see how that window kind of tilts forward a little bit. It's not quite straight up and down, but I think we made the right purchase. If you're in the Discord, link is in the description, you saw all of the ones that we were considering, and I think we made the right choice. Now this girl has a 460 big block Ford in her, and this thing loves highway speeds and gasoline because it will cruise absolutely no problems at 80 miles an hour on the highway with this girl right here. Just eating up miles. Cruise control. This thing has auto dimming headlights from 1972. The headlights will automatically dim when you meet another car. It's absolutely incredible. And then we've got the headlight covers, the hideaway headlights as they call them, that open and close when you turn the headlights on. I am ecstatic about this. She's got pretty much pristine blue leather interior. Again, we've got it a little dusty with the riding with the windows down. We've got to do a little cleaning. You've got the cruise control here on the steering wheel. It's got a rim blow horn, so the horn blows on the rim. See if I can. Of course, it's got the seat belts. The lap belts are up there if you want to pull those down. Completely adjustable everything on the seat. That seat adjusts like 6 different ways. Now, I am looking for a few things. There's like this little plastic and stuff here I'm gonna have to find. So we've got a few little things to work on with her. But there's one question that you have, I'm sure. And I have the same question, and it's, will a 53-gallon barrel of whiskey fit in the trunk of this car? And I think the real question probably is, how many 53-gallon barrels of whiskey will fit in this trunk? Well, as soon as I can find some barrels, we are going to find out. Stay tuned for that. We're gonna try to road trip this car all around the country. We're gonna go bourbon hunting down at the beach here pretty soon, so that video should be coming out soon. We're gonna go to a lot of the bourbon meetups and things. We're gonna go to distillery tours, and we're gonna take this Lincoln right here. We've got to find a name for her. I was thinking maybe the Brewzle. I don't think that's right. The Brewzle Missile. My daughter suggested Magnolia because she's white like a magnolia flower. I am in Alabama, the Magnolia state. So that's probably what we're going to go with. I'm going to shorten that to Maggie. So when I refer to Maggie, you know exactly who I'm talking to from here on out. But we got to hope we can afford the gas to drive this thing all over the country. So hit the like button for me. Leave me a comment down below. See if we can't trigger that algorithm, and hopefully YouTube ads will pay me to start taking this thing and touring the country with it. Catch y'all next time.